अब एक बार आप लोगों ने HTML, थोड़ी सी CSS और जावास्क्रिप्ट सीख ली, तो अब आप लोग बनाओ फ्रंट एंड लेवल के प्रोजेक्ट जिसमें कि आप लोग HTML, CSS, जावास्क्रिप्ट यूज करके कुछ बेसिक और यूजफुल बनाओगे। जैसे कि आप एक कैलकुलेटर बना दो, आप एक अलार्म क्लॉक बना दो, एक सिंपल सी क्लॉक ही बना दो, आप बना दो एक टिक टैक टो का गेम।
You have probably heard it before. Just make a tic-tac-toe games. And why? Why experienced coder keeps saying that? Why do they insist us to building this game? There must be something special about tic-tac-toe, right? Let me explain why. When you create this game, you will learn so much like game logic, array, list, conditions, loop, user input, and algorithm design and state management. These are concepts you will learn theoretically in college, but you will truly understand how to implement them through this game. So hello and welcome. This is Rahul. If you are visiting my channel, Be Smart Coder, for the first time, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. I break down coding concept and project in a simple, easy to understand way. So don't waste up any time and let's build this tic-tac-toe game using HTML, CSS and JavaScript in a simple way and let's understand all the concept. Okay, first create a folder and open it in your Visual Studio Code. Once the folder is open, create three files inside it, one for HTML and one for CSS and one for JavaScript. This file will help you to structure your project and organize your code effectively. Okay, now let me take the title Tic-Tac-Toe. Before we dive into coding, let me give you a quick review what we are going to building in this video. We will be creating this tic-tac-toe game and not just building it, we will also break down the logic behind it step by step. This game will be designed for two players, making it both interactive and fun to play. By the end of this video, we will not only have a working game but also a solid understanding of the concept used to create it. In this tic-tac-toe game, we will cover all the possible outcomes if the player X or player O gets 3 in a row, whether it's horizontally, vertically or diagonally. They will be declared the winner. If the border gets completely filled and no one gets 3 in a row, the game will end in a draw. We will make sure the game can handle this situation properly so it's easy to play and fair for both players. By the end, you will know how to build a game that can detect win, draw, and keep everything running smoothly. Alright, now that we back in Visual Studio Code, let's start by linking the CSS file to the HTML for styling and also link the JavaScript file for the game logic. After that, we will focus on building the layout of the tic-tac-toe game using HTML. So first, let me create a div with a class name container. Inside this container, I add a title for a game using an h1 tag. This will display the name of the game. Next below the title, we will display the game board. So let me create another div with the class name board and also assign it an ID with the same name for better reference. Okay, okay. Now let me take another div with the class name winner message where we will display the message the player who win the match. And finally, we will create a button to restart the game. This button will have an on-click function attached to it which will allow us to restart the game when clicked. With this step, we are ready to build the basic structure of our game. Okay, now let's go for styling. Okay, in this style file, let's first style the body. Here I have set the display property along with justify content and align items to center everything. Then I have set the height, margin, background and font family. Now let me select the container. I will set the property text align center to align all the items present inside the container to the middle of the page. Next, I will select the h1 tag and apply styling to it. I will set it color, add some margin at the bottom and adjust the font size. Now let's see how it look like. We will open it with the live server. Here you can see the basic structure and design. Now let's move to the JavaScript file. In this file, we will create a dynamic board that will display dynamically under the h1 tag and give some logic to the game. So first, let's call the board to the JavaScript file and also call the winner message div using the ID. Now let me create a variable named current player where I will initialize a player name as X. Now let me create a variable name active to store the condition, meaning it will be used to check if the game is active or not. Now let's create a border state variable where I will store arrays, and initially I set it as null. So let me tell you it again, then we will move to the next. Here first we call an id in JavaScript, then we called and div using the id. Then I create a variable to store the players and another variable to store the conditions. And finally, I create a variable to store the arrays which has 9 elements and initially all are set to null. So now let me create a const variable named winning combination to store the arrays. Yes, the winning combination is an arrays of array. Let me explain it. So let's understand what is it. It is a simple two-dimensional array, meaning it contains multiple smaller arrays inside it. Each smaller array represents a combination of index position on the tic-tac-toe board that would result in a win. Okay, now let's understand how it works in tic-tac-toe. So index represent board position. Imagine the tic-tac-toe board as a grid with 9 position, index from 0 to 8 like this. You can see on the screen. In this winning condition, a player win if they can fill one of these combination row, column or diagonals with their symbols X or O, meaning of each combination 0, 1, 2, 3, this is the top row, and 3, 4, 5, this is the middle row, and 6, 7, 8, this is the bottom row. Here, if any of the combinations match, it declare a winner. Now I think you are clear about it and understood how arrays work in this game. Now let's proceed to the next steps. And now let me create a function and the name is check winner, and the purpose of this check winner function is it will check if a player has won the game or not. It will go through the winning combinations array and compare with board current state to see if any player X or O has matched a winning pattern. If a winner is found, it will return the winner player X or O. If no winner is found and the border is full, it will return draw. Okay, now let me implement this code inside this function and then I will break down this code step by step. Okay, first of all, let me zoom the screen so you can see clearly. So here you can see I take a for of loop that goes through each winning combination inside the winning combination array, and inside this const abc assign with combination. This destructure the array, meaning it assign value from the combination array into a, b and c. Okay, for example, if I take combination equal to 0, 1 and 2, then a equal to 0, b equal to 1 and c equal to 2. Like this it will assign the value from winning combination. Okay, and inside this for loop I add a conditional statement. This check if the position a, b and c in board state all have the same value X or O. Also it check border state A should not be null, meaning that cell must be occupied. For example, you can see on the screen here border state 0 and border state 1 and border state 2 all have X, so it means X has won, and now we are going to return it. And if the match is found, it return the winner player X or O. Inside this function return I add return board state. If no winning combination is found, it check if there are any empty null space left. If yes, the game is still going on, so it return null. If no empty space remain, it means the game is a draw. So it return draw. Okay. Now let me call the button function restart game, and the purpose of this function is restart the game. After finish the game, if the user press this button, this function will active and restart the game, and it will clear the board and reset all variables. It will set the current player back to X, and it will make sure the game is active again. Okay, now let me write the code and then I will explain you step by step. Okay, now let's understand the function. This function is called when the restart game button is clicked. Okay, it restart the game state so player can start a new match here. And also below that you can see board state to fill null. This board state array store the game board states x o or empty, and this set all position to null, okay, making the board empty again. And here current player x set the first player to x, okay, and ensure X player start the fast after a restart. And here you can see make the game active again. For I use this game active variables to re-enable the game after it was the stop it due to a winner or draw. Clear the winner message dot inner context. This remove any previous X winner, O winner, or it's a draw message. And border dot inner HTML. This remove all the previous cell from the game board. Okay. And finally I called a create board function to generate a fresh game board with empty cell. Player can start clicking and playing. When the game start or reset. And using board.innerHTML, we clear the existing board, and before creating a new board, clear any existing cells inside the board div and ensure that no old element remain when resetting the game. And here you can see under this board state an array of 9 elements representing the game board, and for each loop through each position from 0 to 8 using underscore means we don't care about the value, just the index. And here you can see under this there is a cell. Create a new div element for each cell in the grid. To create a new cell, okay, it's add a css class cell to each div so it can be styled properly. Okay, here you can see under this cell dot attribute data index, it assign a unique data index from 0 to 8 to each cell, help identify which cell has clicked. And using array event listener to each cell, when a player click a cell, it call the handle cell click function, and using append the cell to the board. This visually render the grid on the web page. Now let me write this handle cell click function. And the purpose of this function is it will handle what happens when a player click on a cell. It will check if the clicked cell is empty. If it is empty, it will replace a current player's symbol X or O in the cell. Then it will switch on to the next player. Okay. Finally, it will check if there is a winner after the move. Okay, alright. This handle click function manage players move in the tic-tac-toe game. It check if the clicked cell is valid, and it updates the board with the current player marked with X or O and switch turn after each move. And it call check winner to determine if someone has won or if the game ends in a draw. If the winner if there is a winner, it display the result and stop further moves. And otherwise, it continue the games by switching to the next. players. That's all about this function. Now let's see what are the function we have. Here you can see I make a check winner function. It check there is a winner in this game or not. Or handle click function, it is used to handle the clicked cell. And here another one function, reset game, display a new fresh board. Okay, and here I create a function to create a board and it display on a web page. Okay, and finally at the end I called this create board function. Okay, okay, now let's open it on live server. Okay, here you can see it's not showing anything because we created that cell and div we haven't styled anything in our style sheet. So first let's style this div and cell, then we will again open it on live server. Okay, so let's style first. Okay, so first I select the CSS board and apply some CSS properties like display, grid template column, and grid gap. Okay, now let me open the live server. Next, I select the class cell from the JavaScript file to apply some style. Now I apply some CSS property to the cell class: white, height, background, justify content, align items, font size, font weight, border radius, box shadow. These are the some CSS property I apply in cell. And okay, now it look like this as you can see. Now let's apply hover effect on the cell. Okay, let me add transform property and background. Now let's call cell token to apply CSS. Here I add a point event and animation. Here you can see. Okay, did you notice that when I click on a cell it does not show any X or O symbol? I think there is a error. So let's check first and then continue styling. Okay, everything seen fine here. The problem might be in the handle cell click, because when we click on this cell it not anything respond. So let's check cell handle cell click function. What is the problem? Oh, I mistakenly use set attribute instead of get attribute. Okay, now let's change it. Okay, now let's see it's working or not. Okay, all right, now it working. And now let me add some CSS keyframe animation property to animate. And next I call the winner message class where we display the winner message. Let's add some styling property, color, font size, margin, and animation. Now I add a little keyframe animation for. Let's style the button, margin top, padding, background color, border radius, font size, cursor, box shadow, and transition. Okay, now it look like better. Here you can see. And don't forget the hover property on the bottom for a better look. So let me add it, background color and transform. Okay, that's all. Now we have completely designed our tic-tac-toe game. Here you can see it's on, and it's not just looking good, it's also responsive and working properly. Here you can see. So overall I can say that we have successfully completed our tic-tac-toe game. Now players can enjoy the game's take turn making their moves and see who win. If a players get there in a row, they will declare the winner, and if the border is full without a winner, it's draw. Want to make this game even better? Try adding sound effect, animations, or even an AI opponent. Let me know in the comment what future would you like to see next. And if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe, and check out this others exciting tutorial. See you in the next one.